Hello folks, and welcome back. We are level 9, we are in our headquarters where in Erase, and we are about to do the Kargath challenge, but we also have some perk points we can spend. I will be keeping my level up points to learn a new skill, a new expertise. And as you can see, we have now unlocked Underworld cards up to tier 4, and since Crime Lord doesn't have any cards, they're all Underworld cards, that's what we care about. So let's go to our deck builder and filter cards by organization. And we have Brutalize, which is amazing, Inevitable Vulnerable, 7, and also will inflict bleed. And we have Irrefutable Offer. So we will start making our enemies an offer they can't refuse. Join us or die. And join will let us control an enemy. If their power is less than 16, they will become henchmen automatically. Or we will destroy them and we will get 5 loyalty if they die. Now the thing is that you don't choose, it's a gambit, so they will either join or they will either die. And whichever we play next will get 5 experience. Okay, so Irrefutable Offer and 3 Brutalize. And let's switch to my deck view, D and Q. Q makes the view split, so you can have this overview here as well. And I think now that we have a Brutalize, maybe we can reduce this a bit. Maybe the Brutalizes can be 2 actually. I'll still keep this for the draw. That's nice, it's cheap. Okay, so this is my deck now. We added the Irrefutable Offer and we added to Brutalize. And from perks, I will be getting, let's check our class perks. I will be getting Opportunist. Inevitable Vulnerable Effect increases by +1. Vulnerable enemies lose 2 hit points before they act. Conditional vulnerable effects require 1 less counters to trigger. So if we check our modifiers here, these cryptic values that probably very few people understand, we have this dot vulnerable here, which means that enemies with vulnerable counters lose 3 hit points, and taking this perk will increase that to 5. So if the enemy is vulnerable, they will lose 5 hit points. If they are weakened, they will lose 4. So a weakened and vulnerable enemy will lose 9 hit points before they act. And also now the vulnerable checks cards that say if the enemy has vulnerable, then it does something. It will trigger even if the enemy doesn't have vulnerable. Like for example, we did some with some other of our cards in previous episodes. Okay, so let's remove this and go to Kargath. Let's start with a calling card. We have a calling card in our Moonblade too. We can control this one. Now the first part here that says loyalty plus 3, control enemy plus 14 used to have a condition here, and this condition was saying if the enemy has weaken 1, then it does this effect. Now this condition has become if enemy has weaken 1, then you do this effect, and then the other effects will trigger. So we will first attempt to control the enemy, and then if they are still alive they will get bleed and creep. Also, they don't have to be weakened for this to trigger, but he is weakened anyway, so it's okay. Even better. So now we have this nice spider here, and we can use it to smash the dire wormling. This enemy is pretty tough, so let's control him. If we can first weaken him with some calling cards. Weaken, calling card, weaken. Blackmail requires 14 to control the enemy, so we'll also have to use let's use this. Okay, now before we control him, we can lose the spider. We have a blood vortex that will drain 11 and deal 4 intense damage. Preferably we would also have a nice synergy to add to it. Let's see what we have here. Gather intel. I will first attack with this guy, so he can benefit from their loyalty and maybe put this centaur into a killing spot, and then attack with Nymph Warrior, move him in the front. We can move these two guys at the back. Raids, sealed, and we are flanked, but no one will follow through. So let's play. He's not immune to kill, so if we chip some of his hit points, and maybe we can just use Garrot and kill him. Of course, Garrot needs the enemy to be immobilized, so dead, killed. Kill roll 63 success, required 110 or less, so it was an instant success, the chance to kill him. We also deal a lot of damage from the vulnerable stacks. Okay, so let's deal with the other two guys. Weaken this one. He will. He needs one more. Discard. Inevitable vulnerable. So he will die. That's a certainty. And from these allies, only Madame Ophelia can survive and maybe bewitch him. Okay, that's good. Let's use our torpors. Our allies can heal a bit. Okay, brutalize. Inevitable vulnerable and bleed. Let's take the toughest guy and punch him. Can attack with Madame Ophelia, but he won't die. It doesn't matter. He has. He will also take 15 damage, so he's also got bewitched, even better. So this one will die too. Move him in the front. Okay, healing removes split counters. That wasn't nice. That wasn't nice of them. Okay, so this one will take 15 damage. Let's use calling card as well. So guaranteed death. Attack. We can use a gather intel on this one. Vulnerable will cause her to lose 5 more hit points. So it's all good. Okay, refutable offer needs loyalty. We can either destroy an enemy with 25 hit points or control one with 16. So let's start with calling card. Kargath is level 15. I am level 9. Madame Ophelia has a penetrate of +5, so that's a 14 for her bewitch attempt. Won't work on Kargath. So let's play So Kargath is at least stunned. I didn't want it to hit him, but there was a synergy, so shouldn't have right-clicked that. It's okay. Control enemy. Let's control this one. We can add some loyalty. We can add some inevitable vulnerable. Guard blackmail. We can now attack. Okay, so he now triggered counter attack. Let's see what we have in our backpack. We have this, which could be useful, but he will attack. That's a certainty. We could hurt him with Thrash, I guess. Thrash won't trigger any counter attack, but won't cause much damage either. We could hit him with our ranged card. You can create a starving vampire. And attack him. I don't think we have any henchmen in our draw pile, so we can't rally anyone. He deals slashing damage. We will resist 2 of it, but that's about it. We can probably use Blood Vortex to break the counter attack and also heal some in the process. So now continue, and I will let him play. Start him some vulnerable, disguise, and sneak attacks. Okay. We have a Bone Scythe, durability 12, slashing, destroy undead. We have a Catfolk Assassin, and her ability is Stalk. Pillar of Light, Bolt of Fire. I might take the scythe. I will have it to inventory and will probably just sell it. So back to my headquarters. I will go to my private chambers, rest in my coffin, have a nice dinner, and we are at midnight. So let's resume our journey. So we are still denied entry in Nereis. In Hildwood, we can go back and do the Dreadlord Tychus and Galindath challenge. We can go to Inford, we can travel down to Barrows Bay and defeat some pirates. Or continue with the original plan and find our way to Oxted, Roverford, Sling Bay. Okay, I think I will go like Landmerich, Sling Bay, Seagull's Rest, Lando Lucina, and continue my journey on this side of the map. So, Nereis, we are denied entry. Let's head to Landmerich, travel. We shouldn't even worry much about these enemies. But you know, concealment can still save them from a certain death. The more realistic, they should be just fleeing in terror as they see us coming, but
This is terrible.
okay, so we are back to Landmerich. We are near our carry capacity. Still a level 1 area here. So I will just buy some exports. We'll buy some consumables. I'm planning to get research, so I can buy some eruditions. Blood vial. Erudition, blood vial, an elixir. And I think we are good to go. Because doing these challenges here shouldn't take long and will probably upgrade Landmerich a bit. Blackmail. Okay, and let's call it a victory. Gather intel. Gather intel. This will let them take more damage from my calling card. They took 21, and the other calling card is here. Put him in the front. I think he will die, but no, he will. So front, and then he can kill himself. Let's get blackmail. And we can go destroy. Destroy. Just attack him. Okay, so he's not much. He's just level 7. We are much stronger than him. We still have our little ally here. And even a calling card will hurt him badly. Card. Actually, even better. We can control him. Blackmail. So Feugluat joined our army. And we are level 10. Awesome. So, at level 10, first of all, we can now get research. So let's get research. I will shift click here, enter my library, learn a new expertise, find research in the list. And now you will notice that there is this option that we can research up to tier 2, but the good thing is that we can improve it even more and get higher tier actions. Also, even better, let's leave here, we can now use our eruditions. The research part has become green, which means we can now level up some of our actions faster. We have 3 eruditions, so we can quickly level up 3 actions. Okay. So we also got many cool stuff, considering that this challenge at this point was very elementary for our character. Let's start. Expeditious assault and go for Holland. We also upgraded Lanmeri, which is great. We have mastery, we are still up to tier 4. We have only strangulate left to unlock a skill, but at that point we will also have unlocked all of our Crime Lord card set and all of the Underworld card set. So let's start with blackmail. Blackmail control enemy 14. So let's cripple this one. Weaken fails. Weaken fails, so we haven't beat these enemies, that's why we can't see their tactics and what they can do. Anyway, blackmail. Where are you? Calling card. The garrote part that is interesting actually requires for the enemy to be immobilized. He is not, but we can control him. So he triggered multiply, which means that when he dies he will split into 2 brain devourers. Okay, now he is stunned. We can attack him with our heavy hitter. So he multiplied into 2 brain devourers. Let's control one of them. If he plays, he will trigger multiply again, unless I think clones lose the ability to multiply, but anyway. Let's kill him. Brutalize. Blackmail. Okay, so this one will take enough damage to die now, and this one will take enough damage, and this one can give him some vulnerable. Let's also use let's use Rising Fear and then attack. Blackmail. Control the spider. Attack here. Okay, and what we have as a boss? Holland. After a level, these challenges are so easy, so I think it's just a matter of time to do them and benefit from their results. But you still need to be careful not to lose a valuable ally, because you didn't notice how much. Okay, so we got our free mastery and free reward, and we can get the old figurine. It's a nice trinket, you can restore 6 action points and also get clairvoyance. So let's test that. So now that we finish these challenges, we are all well connected in Lanmerich, and it's not only not penalized, but it also has a +1. Let's since resting, I'm full. Okay. Let's loiter then, because resting in my chambers would switch the clock to night for me, as I'm a vampire. Okay, so we have some very interesting cards that we can now get. Hustle, adjust vulnerable, crit 7. If the enemy dies, we play belt pouch and gain some money, and if we discard it, we give vulnerable 7. Night dealings, if it's night, only then we can play night dealings. We choose from up to 3 random cards, we get concealment, and if we discard it at any time, we can get hangover. But what I'm more interested to see is what allies we can get. We have a nice discount in our expend farthings ability. So Hard Brute is only costing us 10 farthings to play him. And he has Feast Negotiations. Target him and deal 9 to 18 bludgeoning damage to 3 enemies. He loses lifespan but gains power. Also his bludgeoning type. We have Trusted Contact, 5 uses, and has the Gathering Tale ability. Hecate Shrine, Lucky, Henchman, Escort, Restless Cutthroat. So when he attacks he gets +3 power but loses lifespan and restlessness. We exhaust an ally or gain fatigue, synergy, greed, and a gambit off. Discard 3, draw 2, or draw 1. He's interesting too. In consumables, there's a bear figurine. Bear figurine will give synergy fury to the next action we play, and there is also Barrel of Blood, which is amazing. Buy. And I think I will get the boar figurine too. Okay, so we bought previously all the commodities we could, but now that Lanmerich is a higher level town, it can also offer some additional stuff like Beryl and Citrine. No, I will just buy provisions, I forgot to do that before, and travel to Slink Bay. So, travel to Slink Bay. We board the ship and we stumble upon a few pirates. We still have Holland here fighting with us. Let's make the most out of that. No, I didn't want to play blackmail. I actually wanted to play calling card. But sometimes when you are in a rush you might make mistakes. Let's use Garrot on him. And okay, let's study the grimoire. Unsummon undead ally gets Doom 2 and Cripple 4. There is a smuggling ring which we can activate. I will activate it. And Stas. Okay, we can still attack and just finish here off. Okay, so we can use join or die on him. Now if we bring join, then nothing will happen. But if we bring die, he will die. So we were lucky, die. So he's dead. Stas. And we unstas that. We are in Slink Bay. We can do these 2 easy challenges. And this is our moment of power to enjoy the power we got, because after we travel a bit more eastward, things will get rough again. Synergy stun. We probably dealt more damage than we can stun. Let's do that first. Blackmail. Let's use Torpor. I could get these eruditions and take advantage that this is a very easy fight for me. To maybe level up Garrett a bit. It will cost 10 to play also. No one is stunned. Let's discard one of the Garrots. At least it will stun someone. It won't do the other effect, but the point is to level up it with erudition. Let's use calling card. I won't use calling card because I don't want to break the witch. Okay, now let's use our calling cards. I will play Erudition with Blackmail. So now going to check the 20 XP we got was enough to level up completely one level, give one level to Blackmail. And it also has now 11 out of 30 towards the next progress. And we can use our other erudition to, I think I have one more, to help level up something like no, refutable offer. There is no need to level up actually, because these won't level up by leveling up this, they will level up by this bonus, which won't apply on them. So anyway, okay, let's continue. Blackmail. Let's start with our gather intels. Continue with our calling cards. After that, play our blackmails. Okay, and we have Admiral Seclair, who is level 11, and we can just weaken to our heart's content and then even control. So let's start with calling card, and that's the reason that potential exists in the first place. Otherwise, bosses would be hilariously easy, like it's an Admiral Sinclair is for us. So this condition still won't level up the part that says loyalty and control 14. But we can still cripple him and now control him. So he would make an excellent henchman, actually. Leading strike, sealed. Healing removes split encounters from the enemies. Let's play Erudition, and I can put this here into Blood Vortex, but only the main card will actually get it will get the 20 XP once, I mean not 4 times. We also have Mina. Let's let her play. Here, penetrate. If the enemy is immobilized, deal 7 to 15 dark chaotic damage. Target non-undead, weaken, salvage blood. On summon goblin ally, we don't have any. Levitate, already have one. Singleton. Let's start this. Okay, so to the treasure hunt. Let's do the treasure hunt, hopefully quickly. Oh, we are underwater. Nice. So while underwater, because we are not aquatic creatures, we have this nasty you suffer 5 frostbite rule at the beginning of each encounter. And frostbite. Unable to act, we lose 3 action points per frostbite status and 1 hit point per frostbite status. So 15 action points and 1 hit point. That would be problematic. That would be problematic. Okay, let's see. I will probably control the tentacled horror. So let's use gather intels to this. Narrate. Just end turn. Remember, we are losing action points from frostbite. Calling card. Use one of these. Okay, so these 3 will die. nice. And since these both will die from their statuses, we can just continue. First bite is killing us, it killing our regeneration point, but let's get the Drake. So inevitable vulnerable, and the status will kill them. And we have enough thievery to open the chest, because it would have been very unfortunate. Ritual of Enlightenment. If you have Ritual Stance, congratulations, because this card will give you 40 perk points and 100 experience. If you have Necromancy, Necromancer's Ring, Blood Infused Amulet, and Handax. Okay, we can still get this and sell it. It's the most expensive item we can pick. That is saleable. And continue. We completed the area, and we can get Ceremonial Chalice, Forbidden Studies, Hellfire Eruption, and Captivate. So we can teach an ally this Hellfire Eruption ability, and we won't have any nether source though. So let's get the trinket. Okay, so we are in Slink Bay. We gained a level. We didn't do much anything worthwhile in this video. I guess the challenges were too low, too below our level. But it was a good progress. We are now level 11. We have unlocked our tier 5 Underworld cards, and we are one step from becoming a proper crime lord. So I hope you enjoyed this run. I will be seeing you next time. Have a good night. Bye bye.